Hey everyone. Welcome to the first day of distance learning from Dr. Boughner science class. Um, I know it's been kind of confusing, trying to figure out where you need to go, how to get on Canvas, and I'm trying to figure out stuff from your other classes as well. What I want to do for this first day of class for my class is just kind of walk you guys through Canvas, um, give you guys an overview of what we're going to be doing. Um, And yeah, we'll just kind of walk through it. And at the end, there will be a quick little quiz for you to take, and that'll be all for today's lesson. So that will be today's lesson. So today's objective, first of all, get familiar with Canvas. Um, I've used Canvas in the past quite a bit, and I found that it's actually pretty easy to deal with once you get the hang of it. It's a little bit annoying at first, but it's not too bad. But I do want to kind of go over that, where to find the videos, assignments, and so on, preview our first module, and then take a quick quiz. So first question, what are our assignments going to be like? Well, I can't tell you what other teachers are doing. My guess is that they're all a little bit different. I actually debated quite a bit on what is the best way to approach this distance learning, because I've taught online classes before in college, but this is different. And, this is a really unique situation we're dealing with here, and I don't necessarily think there is a right answer for the best way to have school for this distance learning. So this is what I've kind of decided on. I've talked to a lot of my colleagues. I've talked to my kids who are also going through this as well. What are they doing? And my first thought is, well, hey, we'll just have a virtual classroom and we'll meet every day just like we're in school. And I pretty much realized pretty quickly that that's probably not going to happen, just because, for one, I don't think you guys would enjoy it that much, and I think we can do a lot more learning taking place. We can have more learning taking place if we do a variety of different things. So the lessons are going to be things like watching videos, reading articles, exploring simulations, writing about science, and so on. So yes, there will not be a Zoom lesson every day. There might be an occasion where, I want to discuss something with everyone and we can get on Zoom and so on, but that definitely won't be an everyday thing. I will be on Zoom office hours every single day, so if you want to get on there and chat with me and do that, you can definitely do that every single day, but the lessons will not be live every day. So about the class. First thing you should do is when you go to Canvas is to check the syllabus tab. Let me kind of go over here and pull it up and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So just over here on the left, once you're on your class, you'll click on courses, of course, click on science. And over here on the left is what you're going to see. The first one is the syllabus. This just kind of lays out how to get in contact with me, what we're going to be covering on a week-to-week basis at least, that sort of thing. So take a look at that, see what you guys think. If you have any questions, get a hold of me in any of these ways. The main thing though, when designing Canvas, I try to keep mine as simple as possible. I know there's a lot of confusion taking place, so I want to keep it as simple as possible. For me, I think what you're going to do on a day-to-day basis, the first thing you should click on here is modules. So when you click on modules, I've only posted the one for Monday. I'm recording this the night before. So that will be where you need to go, and everything you need for your lesson will be listed under there. Monday, this is all we're going to use for that. So there's not going to be a whole lot of clicking going to this link and all this different things. You'll just click on the modules. You'll see a couple of other things here as well. This Pages tab here. What that has is all the information on Zoom, how to get a hold of me during office hours. I think I set it up where you can join this link every single day for office hours, so it won't change. But I'm not a Zoom expert, so who knows, maybe I'll have to edit it, but if I do, I will keep it here at all times. So anytime you say, well, how do I get to Zoom, always click on the Pages tab, and that's where you will find it. Okay, I'm putting a password here just because there's been a whole lot of problems with Zoom bombs, and yeah, we need a password protect every session apparently, so that will be there. The announcements tab, of course, you should click on that. Every once in a while, I'll put an announcement to class, and when you see that, definitely check that out and read it. Okay. All right, let me get back to my PowerPoint. So where do you go? Yes, you're going to just stick to Canvas every single day, and you are going to click on modules is what you're going to be focusing on. Now, when do we have class? Well, technically, we had to set up a schedule. So, you know, you guys would definitely have some time allocated for when you're taking science and so on. And what we decided for my class is it's going to be Monday through Friday from 1:30 to 2. However, in reality, you can really pretty much do it whenever you want. Do it at midnight if you want, you do just whenever. Because most everything that's going to be there, um, it's just not a situation where you have to be there at that time. Um, you know, if you want to get a hold of me for Zoom and stuff like that, you know, you'll have to go to the office hours. Or if you want to get a hold of me from 1:30 to 2 every day, you can do that as well. But in terms of getting all the lessons done, all the work done, just, you know, at your own leisure, whenever you want to do it. All right, so that's the class itself. Let me tell you what we're going to be covering. The way we decided to do this is to avoid confusion. Every single person in the district would do the same plan. So every 8th grader in the entire district, all, you know, I don't know how many 8th graders we have 45,000 students in the district, but every 8th grader is going to be doing the same thing, same content. I know we left off on natural selection and amplify. Unfortunately, we can't continue on with natural selection, but maybe a good thing, we're not going to continue on with amplify either. Instead, we're going to go with this district plan. Now, there's going to be 2 modules, and this first one is called energy flow. And when I first saw that, I'm like, oh crap, we already talked about energy, they're going to get tired of that. But I was happy that it's definitely different than what I was expecting and maybe what you're expecting as well. So let me go through my slideshow here. I'm going to tell you guys just generally what the lessons are going to be like, or you know, what this unit's going to be like, I should say, on energy flow. Now, we have talked about energy quite a bit. The definition of energy is the ability to do work. It's just that simple. If anything changes in the world, it is the result of energy. We've talked about how energy is all around us, that energy can never be created or destroyed. We call that the law of conservation of energy. And, you know, we talked a lot of different things about it. It can't be created or destroyed. It's just transfer from one thing to another. Energy is always, always around us. We've talked about how there are many types of energy. You know, kinetic versus potential energy is the biggest sort of, you know, the 2 categories. Remember, kinetic energy has to do with the energy of movement. Anything that is moving has kinetic energy. There are different types of kinetic energy, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of depth here, but just as a reminder, electricity is one, for example. That's a type of kinetic energy. Electricity is moving. It is the movement of electrons. And fortunately, scientists have figured out a way how to direct those electrons to move in certain ways so that we can use electricity. And then another example, mechanical energy is just like machines moving parts, stuff like that. So, but anyway, anything that's moving is kinetic energy. Potential, you guys should remember, is if something has potential energy, it has the potential to cause change. It's not moving at the moment, but it could make something move because it does have that potential. So as an example, chemical energy, the stuff that's in batteries, the stuff that charges your cell phone, yeah, there are literally chemicals inside your phone that are moving around that make everything happen in your phone. And yeah, chemical energy is potential. Gravitational, so yeah, if you jump off the roof of a house, you instantly have potential energy because you're falling and gravity's pulling you back down to Earth. And then lastly here I have elastic energy, something like a rubber band or a bow and arrow that has potential energy. But that's just a review. We are not actually going to talk about those things. Instead, we're looking at a more big picture idea, I guess. What we're going to be focusing on with this first module is, what does that energy do? How does it sort of come together from one thing to the next to produce everything about the world around us? How does the world around us change because of this energy cycle? And so on. And even at that, we could go a lot of different places. But what we're actually going to be even more specifically focusing on is the ground of the earth. How is the earth changing? It is constantly, of course. What's leading to all these changes? What are the forces in play? What are some of the scientific principles that are shaping the world around us? Our second module, actually, and just a quick little preview, we are going to be talking about something similar, but the main factor we're going to be looking at is how are humans actually affecting these changes to the earth. And unfortunately, we are very dramatically in not so good ways. But yeah, we're going to focus on how is the earth changing, what is the earth made of, how did it get there, and so what does that all mean? Yeah, it means we're going to talk about rocks. The rocks, of course, are a part of the earth, and it's what makes up the earth, the core of the earth and everything else, but it is constantly changing. Rocks are moving from one thing to the next. All of these rocks have taken different forms over many millions and billions of years that this planet's been here. And so we're going to talk about what are those forces that are acting upon those rocks and so on. Now, one of the things we're going to focus on this week, especially tomorrow and Wednesday, or I should say Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to be looking at three main types of rocks. It's something you've probably covered before, most likely in 6th grade, I'm guessing. Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. We're going to focus on, what are the properties of those three rocks. But probably a little bit different angle we're going to be focusing on is that they are all related to each other. Igneous rocks become sedimentary rocks become metamorphic rocks, which become igneous rocks, and so on. With the changes to the earth over long periods of time, we see a constant change and flux of these types of rocks, and that is the energy flow that this unit is based upon. The energy flow from the universe, from the sun, and so on, that it does make one change to another. Now, one of the things we are going to focus on towards the end of this week is not just what are these types of rocks, but what are the processes involved. How does an igneous rock become a sedimentary rock, and so on. There's going to be melting, crystallization, weathering, deformation, and sedimentation. Those are the different processes we will be exploring. Okay. Well, that's just about the end of the video today. I did want to point out something I don't know as I focused on enough. Some of the assignments, what they're going to be like. There will be some things like quizzes, reading articles and stuff like that. I think just when it comes down to it, I just want you to check every single day you get on, and as soon as you get on the Canvas, click on that modules. Hey, today's Monday, do the work that's listed there. Okay. When you go on there, you can click on the lesson itself, and you'll see the information. I'm going to post this video right here. So yeah, that will be the lesson itself, any assignment that's due. Everything should be listed under that module for that day. I guess I'm going to quit for the now. The last thing I will tell you guys to do is check out this quiz. I want you guys to take this quiz today. That'll be the last thing to do. Click on there, answer the questions, and that'll be just about it. Tuesday's lesson will be posted later, so feel free to get on there. I know you guys still probably have a lot of questions about lots and lots of things. Please join me in office hours on Monday from, let's see, 12 to 1 is when my office hours are. You can join on Zoom if you want. You don't have to get on video if you don't want to. But feel free to email me, text me, call me, whatever. So I want to help you guys out. The last thing I guess I'll say today is just be relaxed through this whole thing. We got a lot of stuff to worry about in the world right now, and how to properly do every single bit of school that's taking place right now, it just shouldn't be that big of a worry for you. I mean, it just shouldn't. Do the best you can, and if you think, hey, I can't figure out how this link is working and I'm getting stressed, well, just don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. It's not that high of stakes right now. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Definitely here for you guys. I miss seeing you guys in person, definitely a whole lot. But I will talk to you all soon.